The paper examines a decision that is fundamental to just about every personnel decision about who to hire, who to promote, who to fire, who to reward, and that is understanding individual performance, how ability and effort have contributed to that performance, and what aspects of the performance arise due to things that are completely outside of the individual's control. We look at a corporate promotion decision. We look at a lab game in which people are selecting teammates and you want to select the best ones. We look at university admissions decisions in both a simulated lab context and then using field data from actual admissions decisions. So we come at the problem from a variety of different perspectives. We would all like to believe that the people who are making judgments that affect our lives about how much we get paid, where we get admitted, where we get hired, that those people have the wisdom to understand who we are, what we're capable of, what shortcomings aren't really our fault, and what credit we deserve. The results that we present in the paper present a distressing conclusion that suggests that's not the case. That there are lots of contributors to our performance, lots of aspects of who we are or what we've achieved that aren't really our fault or that we don't really deserve credit for. And the people evaluating us have a great deal of trouble discounting what they see based on the situation that caused that outcome. One of the studies in the paper relates to admissions decisions. And institutions of higher learning in the United States differ fairly substantially with respect to grading leniency. They're tough grading institutions and lenient grading institutions. We were able to collect data on some of this variation in grading norms between institutions and then look at how that affected admissions decisions for graduates of those different institutions when they then went on to apply to graduate school. And our results suggested that alumni from institutions with lenient grading had a leg up in admission to graduate school, and that the reason for that is that the admissions decision makers mistakenly attributed their high grades to high abilities. If only there were a simple mechanical fix to this imperfection in human judgment, we should use it. It is rare that the situation is clear enough to make that viable. What a mechanical fix would look like is you simply adjust the resulting performance. So you see a GPA of 3.5. Well, how does that person's GPA, how has it been influenced by the grading norms at their institution? If their institution is 0.2 higher than all the other institutions being considered or whose alumni are being considered, then you can just adjust it downward. I think one of the interesting aspects of our results is that our participants told us that they thought they should consider the situational influences on performance. They said they wanted to discount high grades based on lenient grading. They said they wanted to downweight high performance from people who'd had an easy task. But when we gave them the opportunity to do so, they failed to do so. So there was a study done with executives where they were considering hypothetical hiring decisions. And what we found in that context was consistent with what we were getting in academic settings, which is to say they showed a preference to hire people who came from lenient situations. They came from teams that were doing well even without them. They came from departments that were functioning smoothly before they got there. The managers in our study wanted to hire the people whose nominal performance looked good, even though it was pretty clear that it had nothing to do with that person. I see two clear implications coming out of our research. One is at an individual level, that you can ask for more information to help you interpret in context the performance data that you're looking at. The second implication grows from that individual solution, and that is an institutional solution, where you persuade your colleagues in the admissions office, or you persuade your colleagues in human resources, that in order to make good decisions about who to hire or who to admit, you need context information.